Think about biting into a juicy steak. Now imagine it with a glass of full-bodied red wine, or picture a creamy cheesecake paired with a sweet dessert wine. These combinations are not accidental. They represent centuries of culinary exploration and the art of food and drink pairing. From ancient civilizations to modern gastronomy, humans have sought to elevate the dining experience by combining flavors that complement and enhance each other. This journey through the history of food and drink pairings reveals a fascinating interplay of culture, science, and pure culinary artistry. It's a testament to our innate desire to transform mere sustenance into a celebration of taste and sensation. This exploration will take us from the early pairings of ancient Egypt and Greece to the sophisticated practices of modern sommeliers. We'll uncover the influence of historical events, global trade routes, and regional traditions in shaping the way we pair food and drink today. Get ready to raise a glass to the fascinating history of flavor. The origins of food and drink pairing can be traced back to ancient civilizations, where food and drink were not merely necessities, but integral parts of cultural and religious rituals. In ancient Egypt, for example, beer played a significant role in both daily life and ceremonial practices. Egyptians paired their beer, often flavored with dates or honey, with foods like bread, fish, and lentils. These combinations were not only based on taste, but also on the perceived health benefits and symbolic meanings associated with certain foods and drinks. Similarly, in ancient Greece, wine was an integral part of their culture, often associated with gods like Dionysus. The Greeks recognized the importance of balance and harmony in their pairings. They understood that certain wines could enhance the flavors of specific dishes. Light, crisp wines were often paired with seafood and salads, while richer, more robust wines accompanied roasted meats and hearty stews. These early pairings laid the foundation for the development of more complex and nuanced pairing traditions in later centuries. The ancient Romans, known for their lavish feasts and culinary extravagance, took food and drink pairings to new heights. They were meticulous in their approach to dining, carefully selecting wines and foods that would create a harmonious and pleasurable experience. Roman cooks experimented with a wide variety of ingredients and spices, developing complex flavor profiles in their dishes. Wine, in particular, played a central role in Roman gastronomy. They were among the first to recognize the importance of terroir, the influence of soil and climate on the flavor of wine. Roman writers like Pliny the Elder and Columella wrote extensively about viticulture and the art of winemaking. They even developed elaborate systems for classifying wines based on their quality and aging potential. This emphasis on quality and sophistication in both food and wine paved the way for the development of more refined pairing practices in the centuries to come. The Middle Ages saw a shift towards more localized food and drink traditions in Europe. With the decline of the Roman Empire, regional cuisines emerged, influenced by local ingredients and culinary practices. Pairings during this period were often dictated by what was available locally and in season. However, the Silk Road, a network of trade routes connecting East and West, introduced new ingredients and culinary influences to Europe. Spices like pepper, cinnamon, and cloves became highly sought after, adding new dimensions of flavor to medieval cuisine. These exotic spices also influenced pairing practices. For example, the warming spices of the East paired well with the robust red wines that were becoming increasingly popular in Europe. The Silk Road not only brought new ingredients but also new ideas about food and drink, further enriching the culinary landscape of the Middle Ages. Section 5. A world of flavors, global trade, and new pairings. The Age of Exploration, beginning in the 15th century, ushered in a new era of global trade and cultural exchange. European explorers returned from distant lands with a treasure trove of new ingredients, including tomatoes, potatoes, chocolate, and coffee. These exotic ingredients revolutionized European cuisines and led to the development of entirely new culinary traditions. The discovery of the Americas in particular had a profound impact on food and drink pairings. Chocolate, for example, quickly became a prized commodity in Europe. Its rich, complex flavor paired well with the sweet wines of the time, like Madeira and Port. Coffee, another import from the New World, also gained popularity in Europe, particularly in coffee houses, which became centers of social and intellectual life. The bitter roasted notes of coffee paired well with sweet pastries and cakes, a combination that remains popular today. The age of exploration not only expanded the culinary horizons of Europe, but also led to the globalization of food and drink pairings, as ingredients and traditions were exchanged across continents. Section 6. French finesse, Italian passion, regional pairing traditions. As European cuisines continued to evolve, distinct regional pairing traditions emerged. France and Italy, with their rich culinary histories and diverse terroirs, played pivotal roles in shaping modern pairing culture. In France, the development of haute cuisine, characterized by its emphasis on precision, technique, and the use of high-quality ingredients, elevated dining to an art form. French chefs and sommeliers developed intricate pairing rules based on factors like flavor profiles, weight, and texture. The concept of terroir, already established in Roman times, became even more central to French winemaking and pairing practices. Italy, with its equally impressive culinary heritage, also developed strong regional pairing traditions. Italian cuisine is characterized by its simplicity, freshness, and emphasis on local ingredients. Italian pairings often focus on matching wines with dishes from the same region, believing that wines best express the terroir from which they originate. Think of a classic pairing like pasta alla carbonara with a crisp, dry vermentino from Sardinia, or a hearty Florentine steak with a bold Chianti Classico. These regional pairing traditions, passed down through generations, continue to influence food and wine lovers around the world. Section 7. The Science of Taste, Modern Pairings and Sommelier Expertise. In recent decades, the art of food and drink pairing has been further enhanced by science. Researchers have made significant strides in understanding the science of taste and flavor perception. We now know that our sense of taste is influenced by a complex interplay of factors, including our genetics, our environment, and even our emotions. This deeper understanding of taste has led to more sophisticated and nuanced pairing approaches. Sommeliers, highly trained wine professionals, use their knowledge of wine and food chemistry to create pairings that enhance and elevate the dining experience. They consider factors like acidity, tannins, sweetness, and aroma compounds to create harmonious and memorable pairings. For example, a sommelier might pair a fatty, rich dish like foie gras with a sweet wine like sauterne. The sweetness of the wine cuts through the richness of the foie gras, while the wine's acidity balances out the fattiness. This interplay of contrasting and complementary flavors creates a delightful and memorable taste sensation. The science of taste has not only demystified some of the principles behind successful pairings, but has also opened up new possibilities for culinary creativity and innovation. Section 8. Beyond the Plate, the Cultural Significance of Food and Drink Pairings. Food and drink pairings are about more than just satisfying our taste buds. They are deeply intertwined with culture, history, and social customs. Sharing a meal with others is a universal human experience, and the way we pair food and drink often reflects our cultural values and traditions. In many cultures, certain food and drink pairings are associated with specific holidays or celebrations. For example, champagne and oysters are a classic New Year's Eve pairing in many Western cultures. In Japan, sake is often paired with sushi and other traditional dishes, reflecting the importance of harmony and balance in Japanese cuisine. Food and drink pairings can also be a way of expressing hospitality and creating a welcoming atmosphere for guests. A thoughtfully chosen wine pairing can elevate a simple meal into a special occasion, demonstrating the host's care and attention to detail. Whether it's a casual gathering with friends or a formal dinner party, the act of sharing food and drink is a powerful way of connecting with others and creating lasting memories. Section 9. A Toast to the Future, Innovation and Exploration in the World of Pairings. As our understanding of taste and flavor continues to evolve, so too will the art of food and drink pairing. Chefs, sommeliers, and food enthusiasts are constantly pushing the boundaries of culinary creativity, experimenting with new ingredients, techniques, and flavor combinations. The rise of molecular gastronomy, with its focus on the science of cooking, has led to innovative pairing approaches, such as pairing food with cocktails, craft beers, and even non-alcoholic beverages. The globalization of food culture has also led to exciting new pairing possibilities, as chefs and sommeliers draw inspiration from different culinary traditions around the world. For example, Asian-inspired dishes with their bold, spicy flavors might be paired with aromatic white wines like Gewürztraminer, or even fruit-forward red wines like Pinot Noir. The future of food and drink pairing is full of exciting possibilities. As we continue to explore the world of flavor, we can look forward to discovering new and unexpected combinations that tantalize our taste buds and enrich our culinary experiences. Cheers to the endless pursuit of the perfect pairing.